Welcome to the presentation of sustainability management procedures that are followed in chemical industries. This is the group presentation by Group 3. Group 3 consists of Bishwajit Panda, Charu Singh, Chirodeep Mukhopadhyay, Devkumar Mahanti, and Diksha Roy Srivastav. The chemical industry comprises of the companies that produce industrial chemicals. Central to the modern world economy, it converts raw materials like oil, natural gas, water, metals, and minerals into more than 70,000 different products. This is a sector which is worth $2,900 billion. The key players in this market are USA. This is a low risk sector. The strengths are that this is a very innovative sector and it's linked to strategy of up-marketing positioning. It has diversified outlets, softening the impact of external shocks on firms. The weaknesses are certain activities are highly sensitive to the global economic situation. High capital intensity, meaning high level of debt, and poor public image due to environmental concerns.
We now move on to sustainable practices in the Indian chemicals industry. In India, the industry has been subject to a host of regulations, particularly since the Bhopal gas tragedy. Besides overarching regulation on environment protection and waste management, specific regulation also applies to the chemical sector, such as clearance requirements for new projects in certain downstream chemical industries, irrespective of the investment amount. The Draft National Chemical Policy 2012, released by the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals, Government of India in 2012, is a landmark development for the industry. The policy accords high importance to aspects of research and development, safety, sustainability, and green chemicals. The policy articulates the need for a consolidation of multiple regulations and policies into a single holistic framework. Sustainability is one of the mainstays of this policy. It encourages companies to seek responsible gas certification. It envisages identification of focus areas and then supporting educational and research institutes to develop low water intensive, environmentally compliant and safe green processes. Incentives for green products and processes are also discussed in the draft framework. Industry-specific guidelines for chemical disaster management are on the anvil with coordination from the National Disaster Management Authority. The 5-year plan from 2012 to 2017 for the chemical industry also stresses on sustainability, particularly resource and environment sustainability. Areas include water, environmental impact, raw materials, safety over life cycle, and energy use. India's chemical industry represents only around 3% of the global chemicals. Indian companies, due to their limited contribution to the global industry, have escaped the unrelenting scrutiny that their larger global counterparts have been subjected to since the 1980s. However, emerging trends in the global chemical industry reveal that it is witnessing a gradual eastward shift towards Asia. India undoubtedly will account for a substantial share of the new market. Let us now look into what Tata Chemicals is doing in India. Tata Chemicals undertakes a plethora of initiatives to conserve natural resources and reduce emissions and waste at its operation across geographies. TCL has undertaken several key steps recently to leverage its expertise in sciences to develop high-tech and more sustainable products. It has set up the TCL Innovation Center in Pune to develop world-class R&D capability in the emerging areas of nanotechnology and biotechnology. TCL has also invested in a Center for Agriculture and Technology at Aligarh to provide advice on farming practices in general and crop nutrition practices and solutions in particular. To meet the challenge of providing safe drinking water to India's population, TCL launched Tata Swachh in December 2009, a unique and innovative non-electric water purifier that combines low-cost ingredients such as rice husk ash with nanotechnology.
The global chemical industry is playing a vital role in meeting the challenge of a growing population and limited resources through developing of new innovative products and more efficient technologies. Around the world, the chemical industry is enabling the very solutions we need to meet the global challenges by providing more reliable and cleaner sources of energy, improvements in the development and delivery of life-saving medicines, safer, more efficient transport options, and access to cleaner, safe drinking water and effective non-polluting sanitation systems. New construction materials are being used that provide energy efficient and low-cost alternatives for housing and infrastructure, and enhancement and innovation in global manufacturing processes are being incorporated. Now we will look at DuPont and its sustainability practices. Since 1990, DuPont has been at the forefront of the sustainability movement. DuPont Optimize is a bio-based solution that delivers optimal cleaning performance while helping their customers meet their goals to lower their environmental footprint and overall operating expenses. By partnering with Procter & Gamble, DuPont developed a new enzyme for Tide's cold water laundry detergent that enables cold water washing. DuPont Nucrel integrates the paper, metal and polyethylene layers of the juice bags, protecting the beverage. A new and importantly lower cost film pouch from Parak Agro Industries Limited in India ensures milk stays fresh without refrigeration for 90 days. The 5-layer EVOH based film is made with DuPont Bienal Tide Layer Resin. As a leader in the development of renewably sourced biomaterials, DuPont is working to find alternatives to petrochemicals with no compromise in performance or economics. Now we will look at the Dow Chemical Company and how it integrates sustainability in its working. The Dow Chemical Company provides raw materials for almost every industry, making the international giant part of the supply chain for countless products. The chemical manufacturing giant has set itself a sweeping series of sustainability goals which it claims will not merely reduce its own impact but also drive environmentally responsible practices at other companies. The set of 7 goals include developing breakthrough innovations, valuing nature, and engaging employees for impact. The most notable of the company's 2025 goals is a mission to create $1 billion in value for the company either through cost savings or new cash flow by simply considering natural capital as a part of major capital expenditures or investment decisions.
Let's look at the comparative analysis of Indian and global standards across various parameters. In terms of reporting and disclosure, few Indian companies have sustainability report, while global companies have moved on to external verifications such as carbon disclosure, Dow Jones Sustainability Index. In terms of material issues, Indian companies are yet to assess issues in the socio-economic context, while for global companies, societal access, community engagement and employee well-being are dominant themes. Looking at the strategic approach of Indian companies, it can be easily inferred that sustainability is still not viewed as beyond compliance, while global companies recognize sustainability as business driver as well as a business outcome. In terms of stakeholder engagement, Indian companies have a purely need-based and reactive approach, while global companies engage with diverse set of stakeholders. If we look at the sustainability governance, a tangible governance structure and their disclosure are not seen in India, while globally community advisory panels act as internal watchdogs to ensure sustainability. Over the years, sustainability in the global chemical sector has evolved from risk management to managing value to strategic advantage.
So this is a graph depicting the sustainability evolution of the chemical industry. It gives us an interesting juxtaposition of where Indian chemical companies are vis-a-vis their peers. As we can see, the chemical industry has shifted from value erosion to value creation. There are 3 main phases. The first phase is risk management, the second phase is managing for value, and the third phase is strategic advantage. The global chemical industries do not look at sustainability as only mitigating the environmental impact. They now look at sustainability as a business advantage. In the Indian context, the Indian chemical sector still hasn't evolved and lies between risk management and managing for value. To help improve the Indian chemical sector, there is a strong need for sustainable solutions. All stakeholders, both internal and external, must be actively involved in sustainability aspects. The government can play a major role by providing incentives such as tax incentives and subsidies.